Blackjack here with Guns, Guns, and More Guns, and today we're going to be talking about bags, bags, and more bags. We've got a whole selection of different types of bags out here. As you can see, everything from what would conventionally be considered your bug-out type bag to maybe something that might be considered more of a get-home bag, like this SOG right here. So we'll go ahead and we'll start with the biggest first, and we'll kind of work our way around and talk about, I guess, some of what we like about some of these different bags, and just kind of show them to you, maybe give you guys some ideas, and hopefully help some guys out with selecting a bag. I'm a big bag junkie, so I have a fucking ton of bags around here. We'll start with this ILBE. This is obviously the Marpack Camo, Marine Corps type military issue deal. A lot of you are probably familiar with this, as you've probably seen them at your local surplus stores. They can be had all over the place. A couple of nice benefits to this is, one, it's going to be its size. You can pack this thing full of everything you would probably need for a week at a time. Or if you have several people with you, you could probably load, well, several, let's say a family of 4, you could probably load this thing up with enough stuff for a family of 4 for a couple of days. You got nice generous space inside. You've got pouches all over the place. I'm not sure if you guys are seeing this or not. You've got all this molly on the outside of it. You can actually take this smaller bag and you can attach it to this bigger one that'll give you even more space. However, make sure you're getting your PT in if you want to do that, because these bags get heavy and weight equals pain very quickly. A couple of other things that make this a good option as far as bug out bags, or even a get home bag, I suppose, if you work or tend to travel far from home. You've got your support down here for your waist support. That actually helps out a lot. This is nice and thick, so it's going to give you a nice pad here. Going to rest a little bit of that weight on your hips. You've got this back support right here. This also helps out quite a bit when you're making those really long treks. And of course, you've got the nice thick shoulder straps, which also are very nice for when you're making those longer distance treks, or when you're carrying a bag that's heavy as shit because it's loaded full of 80 pounds worth of things that you need to not die.
This is the 3-day assault pack that Blackjack was talking about. It also goes into the ILBE as well. This is like your standard loadout 3-day pack. You're going to have plenty of room inside, plenty of molly all over. The only drawback to this is you do not have a very comfy back plate here. Straps are a little bit left to be desired. They're not very as comfy as the ILBE. But yeah, you can pretty much use this as a 3-day pack. Plenty of loads, space inside, and just overall nice construction back. Anything that's marine surplus, would definitely hold up.
The Marines might argue with you on that one, but we have next up. Who makes this bag, Steve?
SOG.
Oh, okay, so this is a SOG bag.
Yep.
We actually found a couple of these. I don't know, depending on what part of the country you guys are in. We actually found a bunch of these at Ross. We don't shop together. It wasn't like one of those kind of things. I actually saw it when I was shopping, called him and was like, dude, you got to run over here. You're not going to believe what I found at Ross. But yeah, it was this SOG bag. I sometimes call it SOG because that's who I am. This is a fantastic range bag option. As far as a get-home bag, it'll do just a fine job, but it does kind of have that sort of tactical look to it. And I know that some people, when they're looking for a get-home bag, they might not want to stand out as much because, it might be a situation, let's say it's like a shit hit the fan, kind of like craziness going on, whatever. If you're wearing any kind of military gear, you might stick out a little bit. So take that for what it is. Me personally, it doesn't bother me one way or another. But it has just a ton of molly on the sides. On the back, it's got the Velcro if you're into those like Punisher patches and that kind of thing. If you want to be tactical or tacti-douchey. It's got a couple of runs here for your camelback straw, so you got the little inserts for that. I don't think it's waterproof. I mean, water resistant for sure. Yeah. But if you get rained on pretty heavily, it's probably going to soak through a little bit. But again, as far as like a range bag, get home bag, kind of just sort of solid, cheap bag. I think when I bought one of these, almost the exact same one. I think it was like 20 bucks. Yep. And so these things can be had pretty inexpensive. The shoulder straps are going to be as heavy duty. You're probably not going to want to weigh this down as much as some of the other bags because these shoulder straps aren't really the greatest, and they probably will smoke your ass after a couple of hours carrying around a loaded bag.
All right, guys, next one we're going to have is it's outdoor products. This is kind of like a hybrid of your military style backpack with also like a camping backpack type setup. people aren't going to notice you as much as, say versus wearing this.
Low key.
Versus this, yeah, definitely low key. Nice thing about this is since it is a hiking type backpack, you're going to have loads of space inside, spot for your hydration bladder. You're going to have tons of space in here, pockets, anything you can tuck in here, anything you can clip off of. You can put your camping spikes here. These are set up for like sledding poles. I mean, you could just hang stuff everywhere. Nice attractive color. They had 3 different colors. I think there was tan like this color, green, and they had black. But overall, I mean, you could hang a lot of stuff off of this. You can put a lot of stuff inside. Comfortable straps. Not terribly too bad. Not really heavy duty, but it'll get the job done.
A little better than the SOG actually with the thickness. The SOG has almost no padding in it whatsoever.
So definitely, I mean, if you're looking for a hybrid pack, the price point's really well. I think it was $20 or $25.
Yeah, can't beat that.
You can find these at any Walmart. There's a whole bunch of them in stock when I was there.
And then finally, we have sort of a, I guess, different option. This is an SO Tech bag. These are not as cheap as the others. The bag itself was, I think, like $100 and something. It was over $100 for the bag. The bag is incredibly well built. Holds probably about as much as some of these other two. It's got these nice big pockets out here. Does have a little bit of molly on the side. I have a recently acquired shotgun scabber and a TAC 14 inside of it. This is my get home bag. This is what I keep inside my truck in sort of like a, hey, I need to get my ass the fuck home type of situation. It does have sort of a unique opening to it as it opens up this way, and I have it packed full of stuff. So we live in Northern Illinois, and it's the winter time right now. It's late January in Northern Illinois. So in the winter time, I actually have a winter, spring, summer, and fall loadout for this. Right now, it's set up in the winter loadout, so it's especially heavy. Zippers normally close much easier. There we go. It also has on the sides, I don't know if you guys can see these. It has kind of like this other sort of smaller pouch on the side where I keep a handgun. And again, this is the bag that lives in my truck. This is kind of, if I ever found myself in a bad situation and needed to get my ass home, this has the gear inside of it that I need. I have a little Duha brand under seat storage thing that fits in it. And again, he's got another couple little packs right here. The only thing about this bag that I don't really like, and that would make it sort of, I guess, against the traditional reviews that we do, is the fact that it's like a $150 bag. So when you look at, when you have like a $20 bag compared to this $150 bag here, I mean, this is really well built. I don't know that one's going to hold up better than the other. I would hope that this one would hold up a lot better.
This is the bag you buy once, and it's you
basically, yeah. And the other thing I'm not quite sold on is that it is a single strap bag, but SO Tech builds a really nice bag. And, I would totally, if you're looking for this style bag, this is a great option for you. So I think that about wraps up our bag reviews here, our bag previews that we're giving you guys. I think at some point we may decide to go ahead and take some of these bags, maybe load them up, and maybe I'll go down to the gym and knock out a couple of miles on a treadmill or something, or load them up. We'll take them for a hike and just see how they hold up long term. But this is just sort of a good first look. In the meantime, we're about out of beer, so I think we're probably going to have to make a beer run here. But we'll see you guys on the range.
See you guys.